Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Television. I'm TJ Beisner here in Lexington, inside the Kraft Center at UK, where 7 players just made their announcement regarding the NBA draft. Pick and roll, that's their bread and butter. Kentucky's defended it really well, especially when they were at Rupp Arena, played so well defensively. Today they got burned. Any concern that this team defensively, in the last 4 or 5 games, there have been moments where they've been beaten several different ways. You have to come out and start strong.
Yes.
You have to break them. This confidence that they have, this bravado, you have to break that early. And I think Kentucky's in a mindset now where, Willie Cauley-Stein said it the other day that, not that these teams we've been playing aren't good, but we're not exactly juiced for those games.
Yeah.
They're going to be ready for this one.
John Calipari and the Cats are trying to figure out who's coming back for the next season. We'll start with Willie Cauley-Stein, who's already made it pretty clear, Mark, that he's going to the NBA draft. Right decision in your eyes for Willie to go right now?
It's a right decision. His stock's about as high as you can get.
John Calipari, Hall of Fame.
One of the members of that family is a player. Mark, you of course, played for Cal. What makes him a Hall of Fame coach? I've gotten in fights in the basketball court. I've been punched. I've thrown punches. Like, that's just part of, you goof off with your friends, you wrestle, you fight. Everybody's been in that situation. That's not a fight.
No.
That was an assault. That was an attack. And to me, that's a young man, Patrick Rafferty, that should not be at the Eastern Kentucky University anymore, should be facing charges. In 2010, you guys were a favorite, the best team in the country going into that. How hard is it to process in that moment that you've had a great season and you've accomplished some things, but still dealing with you didn't make it? That's not the way, as Aaron Harrison said, that's not the way it was supposed to end. I thought he was great as a freshman. He was really the key to them turning that season around. He was so skilled. He got it better athletically this year, but I think, I'm going to guess and say he will go because I think he's kind of had that on his mind for a while. But I think he should go if he's projected right now as a late first rounder. I think if he comes back and improves, he's not going to get higher than a late first rounder because his limitations are athletic. And when you have those limitations, he can be better next year.
Center. He could be a true center.
But is he ever going to be athletic enough to change the mind? He's still going to be labeled as a guy that's unathletic. Regardless of who leaves, we know this is going to be a totally different team. The roster is going to be different. So this group is gone. So when you look back, what's the legacy? They won 38 games in the regular season. They lose in the Final Four. How will this team be remembered by the fans? Well, that's an important part of it, though, because people will always have opinions when it comes to sports, and certainly when guys leave to go to the NBA draft, there are going to be thousands of opinions on every single player. But I think from a Kentucky fan perspective, it's important to remember these are kids that are reaching their dream. In each of your years, there have been criticism from outside. This group, it seems like, has become America's team. Maybe it's because of the quality of the kids, as you mentioned. Does it feel like the whole nation has embraced this team, maybe more so the groups in the past?
I don't know if they're watching, because you and I know the numbers are outrageous. Numbers are higher than NBA games, but probably seeing if we lose too. There are probably some people watching for that.
And one of the things you did so well was finding teaching points and wins. And even when they thought things were good, you found things to work on. Have you had moments this year, though, where you've looked with a critical eye and then still thought, wow, this team is really special in what they're doing?
I do, but there are things each game. This last game with Arkansas, pulled out stuff that I told my team, this is going to make us better because this happened and now we'll know how to work on it. So every game is a teaching tool for us, but this team, there are times I watch the tape and I go, wow.
In January, it seems like there's a wall. As a young player, is it hard to fight through that? What goes into that, getting ready for that second half of the college season?
Just that target on your back of being that #1 team in conference play. Every team's going to come after you hard, and it's going to make it tougher, especially being Kentucky.
Mark Stoops talked a lot about the program, how far it's come, partly because of you last year doing so well, Bud Dupree and the other guys this year. Absorbing this as an observer and not a player that taking part of it, what did you make of the entire pro day this year?
Just how far the program has come so far. Last year we had a good amount of coaches come to my pro day, and this year we had 3 head coaches. So just in the sense of how far Coach Stoops has made the program go, and the talent that we have in there now, it's amazing.
How good's Bud?
Bud's great. Hey, man, Bud's a player that you don't see all the time.